Hello there, it's me, Egil Thorsson. As you well know, I'm a runecaster, warrior, storyteller and all-round fancy guy. Now, today's rune is probably the most controversial of the whole of the Futhark, and that is Sigel. And a brief history, as you know, or may not know, this rune was used by the Nazis. You had the SS, they had the two Sigel runes on their collar, and the Hitler Youth had one. And you think, well, why would they use that? Well, because of what it symbolises. They took this, it's energy, strength, vitality, and it's non-reversible. It's where we get the letter S from, and it's non-reversible. But as I say, today we're not going to be talking about the Nazis because that's a whole taboo subject. It represents power and strength. It's a good one to have in your cast in a positive sense. Like, will I get this job, or will I be any good at this job? Will my love affair come to fruition? And it shows great strength and passion. On the other hand, it says, is this problem going to get worse? Yeah, it probably is. So, it's a non-reversible rune. The other subject I was talking to you about, you may cast your mind back, no pun intended, to when I did Elwa. And I said about the priest having the rune on his back. And also the Cairo symbol. There are, today, uses for the rune. And it was pointed out to me quite rightly by Bragi earlier on today that one of the most commonly used runes is Gefu. You use it at the bottom of your love letter or when you're texting somebody on your phone, and also when you vote you put a cross on the paper. We just think of it as a cross.
And you signed your name in the old days?
And people used to sign their names sometimes with a cross. But it can go even more so. If you go to the continent, and sometimes in this country, you'll see timber framed buildings. Take a good look at them, because you'll find there's an Elwa symbol. And you think, well, why? It's to protect the house. Yeah? And even more, if you look at 1930s houses, you'll see a diamond shape on the gable. Again, that is the rune Ing. Rune of completion of ideas, of moving up and being successful. We'll cover Ing at another time. But look at them and you can see them all over the place. Be it on a text, on a letter, on a house, on your local vicar when he's in full robes or she's in full robes. And it's quite fun actually seeing whether they're there. I remember once looking at road signs thinking, whether archaeologists will think they're modern day runes or not. Doubt it, no, it's just turn left, turn right, proceed on and things like that. But it amused me. I was on a coach trip to London and trust me, just between you and me, it was a long haul, especially with lots of noisy children who were very excited. So Sigel, we get back to it. Sigel, as I say, is power and strength, hence the SS and the Hitler Youth used it. But I'm not saying this is anything to do with Nazism in any way, shape or form. So that's another one for your rune bag. So put that in, and once again I'll say, keep casting. The more you do it, the more proficient, the more automatic it becomes, and then that clears your mind to focus on reading the runes. Now, also, remember to keep those runes in your pocket, in your purse, under your bed, or even down the front of your shirt if you've got space, to keep that energy up, to make them yours. Another thing as well, these runes are personal to you. Don't let anybody else play with them. It's a bit of a social faux pas, but it's also, you think about it, they're taking your energy. And that's a bit too intimate for most. It is for me anyway. So keep the runes for yourself. Learn the art of casting. Don't forget the old casting cloth. This is a handkerchief from a budget store.
No, it's Marks and Spencer's.
Oh, it's Marks and Spencer's. Oh, I didn't think we were allowed to mention names. In England, it's Primark. In America, it's
Walmart.
Walmart.
What is World, they call it?
Sorry?
What is World?
Well, there you go.
That's what I learned in America.
But anyway, a cheap cotton handkerchief serves just as well. You don't necessarily have to go to Marks and Spencer's.
What if they're an authentic Viking? What should they use? So cotton.
Well, linen, if you can get it. It's very hard. Or if you want to be really flash, silk. But make it one colour and don't put anything on it. But this is not just a casting cloth. This is a Marks and Spencer's casting cloth.
Well, they make the best.
Oh yeah,
cloths ever.
it is actually. I like the shop. But shopping outlets apart, make sure the cloth is of 100% natural fibre. Cotton, linen, silk, wool. That's just as good. You know, good old bit of wool. And make it. It's best if it's white, I find, because any colours or patterns tend to distract. But if it is a coloured cloth, make it one colour. Don't have a rainbow effect.
Why not black?
Black, well, black has sort of negative connotations.
So white is very pure.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. Some of you may think black is okay. It isn't to me, but I'm not you and you're not me.
Have you got any advice for if you're going to go and buy a set of runes in the modern world, how you go about it?
Well,
Our lovely viewers.
yeah, well, I got mine actually with a book by Ralph Blum. And I bought that book well, I didn't actually, my mother did. And that was, what, 40 odd years ago. And I still use them. You know, they're natural, they work. There are various outlets throughout the country. And if you go on the internet, there's always someone who's willing to do them. Or you might like to make them yourself. These were made by Bragi. It's simple templates of wood scored on in ink, or you can burn them in. Burn them in is better. You can make, again, these have to be out of organic material. They can be clay, they can be wood, ceramic, or even better if you can, sea stones.
Shale.
Yeah, shale. Or bits of slate. You know.
It's a shale.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing. So anyway, to recap, the Rune Sigel Power Strength. Good one to have. Also, we were talking about the symbols that you see in everyday life. Crosses on the bottom of your love letter to your significant other. You see the rune on the back of the priest. And you see them in gable ends of houses. So anyway.
I've got a point on that before we finish.
Go on then.
Do you think that the hanging of horseshoes is kind of a throwback to the rune
I think what's more likely is, and please, prior to the Roman days, the ancient British worshipped a goddess called Epona, a horse goddess, and all the Britons, male and female, were known as the daughters of Epona. So I think it more likely dates from that. It could be later on because things change, but I think it's more likely from the goddess Epona. And it also varies. On the continent they have it wrong way up, so all the lock runs out, and in England we have it the other way.
One use of a horseshoe we did forget was on a wedding cake.
Yeah, wedding cakes, and also a U-boat ace. Yeah, Otto Prin, I think it was, had a golden horseshoe on the conning tower. Didn't do much good because he got captured, but there you go. But mine, it was the wrong way up.
Well, that's one for us and
but
for them.
We also, on the back of wedding cars, you see horseshoes. It's that, it's wishing the couple good luck. So that's, as far as I can see it, I may be wrong. Please let us know. Leave us a comment, in fact. And we hope that you are happy with this. Remember to press hashtag runes and let us know what you think, or you can leave it a comment in the other way.
I can give you an update on the hashtag. You can now just hashtag either Braggy Magnuson or Egil Thorsson, and they'll find you all of our videos.
You heard it from the man himself.
That was updated last night.
All right, well, I've learned something as well as there. So anyway, remember to keep casting, just keep doing it, asking questions of yourself, not of others yet, and also keep those runes in your pocket, in your purse, under your pillow, and to yourself. Okay, well I think that rounds everything up. It just remains for me to say happy casting, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.